Kia ora and welcome everyone. Welcome to our mini video series, When Being a Nurse Wasn't Enough. In 2021, millions of nurses, carers and midwives around the globe were put in an untenable position. Take a novel vaccine or lose your job. In some countries, nurses rallied together and protected the workforce, but in Australia and New Zealand, many nurses lost everything. Join us as nurses share their stories, reflect on moments of change, and explore what happens when being a nurse on its own wasn't enough. Today, we welcome Dan. Good morning, Dan.
Good morning, Deborah.
Welcome to the Nurses Collective, and we're just excited to have you join us today and to hear from you. And we have some questions that we're going to put to Dan, and Dan's going to answer in his own words. So, Dan, set the context for us. Can you briefly describe your nursing role and where you were working at the time the COVID vaccination mandate was introduced?
In 2020 and 2021, I was working as a pediatric nurse in a Sydney Metropolitan Hospital.
Okay. And what was the immediate impact? Or sorry, what immediate impact did the mandate have on your ability to work and on your professional identity as a nurse?
At the time, I was feeling very anxious. We had a deadline to be double dose vaccinated by the 30th of September 2021. And the management was making the nurses feel guilty as they stated there will be an influx of COVID positive patients and that we were at risk of contracting and transmitting COVID virus amongst the patients.
What factors were most important to you when making your decision in response to the mandate?
Body autonomy was important to me because I believed that everyone had the decision as to what injectable was injected in their body, especially something that was reported as being experimental.
How did your workplace, professional bodies, or colleagues respond to your situation?
At the time, I was being harassed, especially the time where it was reported that nurses and other healthcare workers were mandated. So I felt really alienated by the rest of my colleagues and the management of the hospital.
How has your work situation or connection to nursing changed since that time, Dan?
In the last 4.5 years since I last worked as a nurse, I've sort of drifted away from the desire to being a nurse. I now work in a warehouse, and at the moment it's just about surviving and paying bills, just like everyone else.
Hmm. So, looking back, what do you feel is the most important for people to understand about the experiences of mandated nurses?
That we were put under a lot of pressure. Just as the public, we weren't given the correct information, or that the information was so conflicting and confusing that it was hard to know what was factual and what wasn't.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to say to other nurses or healthcare leaders reflecting on this period?
I'd like to say that we're all in support, especially those that were terminated and those who are still working in hospital. I hope you find the courage and the voice to speak up about what's been happening in your hospital over the last 4.5, 5 years.
Thanks, Dan, for sharing briefly your experiences with us today. It's really sad that experienced nurses like yourself have had to go through this. Our hearts are with you, and we're just grateful for your bravery.